Good evening, everyone. So just one quick announcement. We have about a half hour before the graduates proceed onto the field. I'd like to let you know that the seating immediately behind the graduates, behind that red roping, is reserved for handicapped seating. And so we ask that you please be mindful of that. Thank you. everyone, just one more announcement about the handicap seating behind the graduates. If you are in a tan chair, you're in a seat reserved for handicap seating. So we kindly ask you that you respect that and move to seating in the back. There's all kinds of seating if you go back a bit. But please save those first 6, 7 rows of tan chairs behind the graduates for our handicapped guests. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I am Suzanne Tartarilla, Dean of Students here at Pinkerton. Welcome to our graduation ceremony here at Memorial Field. We're so excited to be hosting commencement here for the first time in 11 years, and we couldn't be happier than to have the class of 2021 participate in this ceremony tonight. You guys, this isn't the announcement. Okay. For those of you who have never attended one of our graduations, I have a few housekeeping details that we hope will be helpful. First of all, public law forbids smoking or vaping anywhere, anytime on campus. Thank you for being respectful of that. Each graduate received a commemorative commencement program at rehearsal last Friday. If you would like to follow along now, you may find a digital version of that program on the Pinkerton website, www.pinkertonacademy.org. Only professional photographers will be on or near the stage taking pictures of the graduates as they receive their diplomas. We ask that the audience refrain from passing inflatable objects to the graduates, and we kindly ask that guests do not use air horns during the ceremony. We want everyone to have optimal view and sighting of their graduate. Please help us take care of our turf field by disposing of all litter, including gum, in the trash cans that you'll find around the field. When diplomas are issued, now for the best part, when the diplomas are issued, the students, the graduates, will proceed up the ramp to my right. They'll receive their diplomas, they'll cross the stage and exit to my left. And we realize that you all want to get as close as possible to watch your loved one receive his or her diploma, but please resist the temptation to leave your seat to get closer to the stage. You might block someone else's view. The graduates are going to be visible on this beautiful big screen that you see over here to my left. If you were here last night for the awards ceremony, you know how stunning that view is. And lastly, just a plug for the junior class. The junior class officers are down at the concession stand selling water as their class fundraiser. You've seen some of those officers mixing around the crowd and selling their wares. So please support the junior class and most of all, stay hydrated. So in just a few minutes, the graduates will be proceeding up to the field and we'll get things started. Thank you. and gentlemen, I welcome the Board of Trustees, the administration, and the Pinkerton Academy faculty onto the field. Board of Trustees, administration, faculty, family, friends, and guests, I am thrilled and honored to present to you Pinkerton Academy's class of 2021. Welcome, class of 2021. It's not a red day, it's not a white day, it's your red and white day, and it's your evening of celebration. So if you were here last evening for senior celebration and awards night, it was a really great time, but now it's time to get to the main event, your graduation. It gives me incredible pleasure to start the ceremony by introducing 6 incredibly talented members of the senior class who will sing and sign our national anthem. Audience, please stand for the national anthem and the posting of the colors. The colors will be presented by Pinkerton Academy ROTC Color Guard. If you were here last evening, you may recognize a few of the faces that are on stage with me right now. Please welcome our senior vocalists, Vera Backman, Ella Burrows, Brenna Kimball, and Erilyn Tupper. Maybe have one right and one left. The national anthem will be signed by Victoria Thunberg and Gabrielle Barron.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud
Wasn't that beautiful? Thank you, soloists, ROTC color guard, and our signers. At this time, I would like to invite Miss Allison Turner to the stage. Allison?
On behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to welcome you to Pinkerton Academy's commencement ceremony. For 4 years, many of us have been anticipating high school's end, yearning to enter the real world and live our lives on our own terms. While today does mark this transition, and we feel ready to race into the future, we should also pause to reflect that we did not make it to this day alone. We should never forget the people who have brought us here. The teacher that pulled you aside on a bad day in freshman year to ask if everything was okay. The friend that frequently offered you homework help without complaint. The strangers who greeted you with a kind smile. The parent that, at the end of the day, was always there to support you. These are the people that made us who we are today. And the people that made the completion of these 4 years possible. As we prepare to leave high school, let us remember which study habits worked and which ones didn't, the chemistry formulas and the English books that we read. But most of all, let us remember the people and think carefully about how we want others, present and future, to remember each of us. The people we become is our choice, from occupation to character. And we are fortunate that in our formative years at Pinkerton have enabled us to make this choice wisely. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. I would like to invite Chloe Standers to the podium, please. Chloe?
I have the honor of introducing an important figure in the Pinkerton Academy community. This individual, a resident of Derry, has a strong tradition of dedication to Pinkerton Academy, including having his 2 sons graduate from the school. He was elected to the Board of Trustees in 2005 and became its president in 2018. Handing us our diplomas this evening is the president of the Pinkerton Academy Board of Trustees, Dr. William Nevius.
I'm going to start off right off and tell you there will not be a long speech coming from the Board of Trustees. So you can thank the Board of Trustees over there for that because they told me, yeah, I know, isn't that great? No long speeches from the board. But I will take just a moment to kind of expand on what Allison said. It is really exciting to think about what you have done. It's also exciting knowing that, guess what? If you did not know this, it's been 11 years since we've had commencement on the campus. Congrats to this class. Give yourself a great round of applause, please. Yeah. The first thing I am going to do is just take a moment and introduce to you, at least announce the Hall of Fame inductees. These are many years, over the years, we've had a number of people elected to the Hall of Fame. This year, there will be an event for the Hall of Fame members that I'm going to announce later this fall. They include Ron Mansell, Norton Bagley, class of 37, Ruth Bagley, that was Norton Bagley, by the way, and Ruth Bagley, class of 89. Should have put my glasses on, probably. I'll do that. Make sure I get the years right. Yeah, thank you very much. That's what happens whenever you get a little bit older. Class of 37 for Norton Bagley, class of 39 for Ruth Bagley. And just for a second, Ron, I know you're out there someplace. PA for 30 years, a baseball coach for the varsity team for 30 years. I mean, that's a great accomplishment right there. But these are the type of people that have given a lot to Pinkerton over the years. I'm going to go to number 4, Harriet Elizabeth Prescott Spolford, 1855. She graduated from Pinkerton in 1855, and she was a very well-known American writer and wrote novels, poems, detective stories, and she's also going to the Hall of Fame this year. The last 2 members of our Hall of Fame for 2021, Alfred Tom Lannon, class of 77, and Stephen Lannon, class of 86. As you probably know, some of you know, they have a business here in town, and both of them have worked very hard to give very special gifts to Pinkerton over the years, and they also will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this fall. A round of applause for all of them, please. Thank you. My next very important assignment for the night is to introduce the recipient of the Trustees Meritorious Service Award. We do not offer this award or make the award to a member of the Pinkerton family every year. Sometimes it's every couple years or whatever. But this year, we have one of our most revered teachers in the history of the school receiving this award. Our Meritorious Service Award recipient's impressive career has received 2 Shepherd Awards, and for this faculty member's devotion to Pinkerton Academy, was also named an honorary alumnus. So some of you probably already figured this out. Over the years, many students, including some of our own faculty today, have pursued careers in our recipient's area of expertise. Here's your next hint. For 45 years, our award recipient set the standard for excellence as a teacher in the English department, including 8 years as the chair. His last 2 years he spent dedicated to Pinkerton's NEASC accreditation process, extending his official retirement date when the accreditation process for us was postponed. On behalf of the Pinkerton Academy Board of Trustees, it is with tremendous honor for me to present the Trustees Meritorious Service Award recipient for 2021, a long-time Pinkerton Academy family member, Peter Gaucher. Where are you, Peter? I know you're out there someplace. Please stand. Peter, you're our family, without a doubt. You're part of our family. There will be a very special fall event to also recognize Peter. Peter, you're the greatest. Thank you, sir. Hey, Peter. Round of applause. So as I said, no speeches. I would like to say this. A few seconds. I promise. I've been watching every day, working with Headmaster Powers every day, and what I've noticed is that this class, your tenacity, your creativity, your compassion, your caring for one another every day, every night, has made you exactly who you are today. And that's the reason we're here right now, to say thank you to you, especially as a graduate, but also take just one moment, which I like doing every year, and that is for the graduates, not only to give yourself a round of applause, but without a doubt, think about our faculty, our staff, and for you, your parents, your loved ones, your support group out there, what they did for you so that we can be here for the first time in 11 years on this campus to celebrate you and your future. Bless each and every one of you. A round of applause for all those great people that gave you support. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nevius. Eloquently said. I would now like to invite my colleague, Dr. Jennifer Resmini, to the podium.
Good evening to the class of 2021, family, friends, faculty, and staff in the Board of Trustees. Congratulations to all of you graduates. This is just simply amazing to be standing here in front of you. I have the privilege to introduce the class of 2021 Salutatorian, Shaylee Nolan. Like many of you, Shaylee would describe her experience in high school as busy. As well as striving towards academic excellence, Shaylee served as the NHS president, secretary of student council, was a member of DECA and ski club, and was an athlete who competed on the cheerleading team and tennis team, serving as captain of the tennis team during her senior season. Shaylee's most memorable moments came from her time engaging in these activities with her peers and friends as they provided her with new and exciting opportunities. One of these was presenting at a workshop on teamwork in Washington, D.C. as a part of student council. Shaylee gives credit to her mom, Karen Collinsworth, and her dad, Michael Nolan, as well as the other members of her family, for supporting her throughout her high school career. Her mom was always there to remind her to find a work-life balance, and her dad would bring her snacks while she worked through her coursework, which I think is the ultimate act of love. Along with her family, Shaylee recognized Pinkerton Academy teachers, Mr. Terry Bailey, Mr. Dom Toro, Mr. John Fowler, and Mr. Ed Vitonis as having had a positive impact on not only her academic success, but also her personal growth. She will also cherish the memories and friendships she made during her time at Pinkerton, especially setting up the pep rally with student council and the support she received from her teammates. After graduation, Shaylee will be working towards her goals of joining the Army and becoming a pediatrician. While in the Army, she hopes to be able to practice the languages she loved to learn while at Pinkerton, Spanish and German, and to learn more in her quest to become a polyglot. She is well on her way towards achieving this goal as she was awarded the 4-year National ROTC Scholarship, an accomplishment Shaylee said was the culmination of all she had worked for throughout her high school career. It is not often that within a short time of meeting someone, they help to remind you of some important life lessons. But that was my experience with Shaylee. She reminded me to always cherish the small moments, take time to enjoy those around you, and focus your energy on what you love to do. It is an honor to welcome to the stage Shaylee Nolan, Salutatorian of Pinkerton Academy's class of 2021.
Thanks, Mahima. Just 1 second, have to pull out the speech. Thanks. Good evening, Dr. Nevius, trustees, Headmaster Powers, administrators, faculty, staff, parents, friends, and my fellow graduates. After 4 years of walking and zooming in and out of our classes, we made it. To start my speech, I'd first like to reenact a conversation that I had after it was announced that I'm the Salutatorian of our senior class. Hey, I did it. I'm the Salutatorian. Oh, wow, you're the Valedictorian? That's amazing. No, actually, I'm the Salutatorian. What's that? That's the person who comes after the Valedictorian? Oh, okay, so close, huh? I would have been so frustrated. And to that, I did not have a response. But I think those conversations did give me some real insight into how we tend to think about achievement. In many cases, we think about achievement as being synonymous with wearing the gold medal. Well, I got silver. And my question is, why was I so caught up about a few extra bragging rights when nothing but the order that I presented my speech and a fraction of my GPA would be different? The thing is, I don't think I'm the only one who's ever thought this way. Now I know that you've already tired your brain cells enough to be able to wear that graduation cap on your head, but I'm going to ask you to replace it with your thinking cap for just a second. Reflect back to a time that you lost. Maybe you didn't get captain of a sports team or didn't make the team at all. Maybe you didn't place out a competition or didn't get the recognition that you thought was well-deserved. Maybe you didn't get the first chair in band or a solo in chorus, and maybe you bombed a test after studying tirelessly. Whatever it is, think back to that time when first place was handed to somebody else. If you're like me, then you can probably recall a blow to the pit of your stomach because you can't help but kick yourself for a simple mistake. If I were writing this speech in an English class, I would try to allude to my message and avoid those dreaded "so what" and "show, don't tell" phrases that teachers just love to scribble all over our papers. Thanks, Mahima. This time, though, I'm just going to come right out and say it. We need to stop beating ourselves up. Instead, welcome that frustration and learn to use it as motivation. And I've been there. If you know that you could have done something different and you failed to do so, that can be defeating. That being said, whether you end up first, second, third, or even last place after giving it your all, that's a whole nother story. Despite the disappointment that we may feel, those are the moments that we have to walk our way with our chins a little higher. And whether you want to speak in figurative or literal terms, those are the moments that we grow. If anything, those are the moments that have mattered the most in the past 4 years. And those will also be the moments that can transform our resilience in the years to come. I want to share with you the prompts that I was given before writing my speech. Tonight, my role is to acknowledge and celebrate the present moment, reflect on where the class has come and where we are right now. Well, although the ticket distribution was somewhat limited tonight, I think something definitely worth celebrating is the fact that our entire class is in the same place after nearly 2 years of being distanced. Not only that, but we're doing so for the first time since our pep rally nearly 2 years ago, and the last time for the rest of our lives. I find this fascinating because although I'd like to stand up here and say, I'm going to miss every single one of you, that isn't necessarily true. I say this because I haven't even talked to some of you. And on the flip side, some of you probably heard Ms. Rosmini announce my name, and you didn't have a clue who was about to walk up on stage. Needless to say, there are a lot of us. And in the spirit of the prompts that I must adhere to throughout my speech, I'm going to ask you to take a moment to reflect just one more time. As a freshman, did an upperclassman ever give you the advice to just talk to people and make friends despite the fear of doing so? Has anyone ever told you that, in most cases, starting a conversation with a stranger usually doesn't end up with them telling you to go away, so you should just try? In my case, at least, that was the main piece of advice that I received. So as we're about to say farewell to Pinkerton, who else are you saying goodbye to? Did you take that advice and meet new people, or did you stick to the people that you came to Pinkerton with? Did you do both? Neither? Whatever your case may be, I urge you to either continue that trend or begin it now, because just as the people at Pinkerton have made your experience what it was, the people you encounter in the future will do the same. They have the power to change and shape your lives. To avoid any more cliches, all I'm trying to say is don't be afraid to talk to strangers. It's not always a bad thing. If anything, you should remember that having the confidence to approach a stranger is an accomplishment in itself. Maybe it landed you a best friend, maybe it sparked a romance, and maybe it just made group projects a little less awkward. Whichever it is, try to hold on to those relationships and the lessons from each one, because they play a major part in who we are today. Now, before writing this speech, I asked my friends and family what they wanted to hear. Above all else, they said, don't make it boring and don't make it long. And while these words of advice seemed equally as threatening as they were encouraging, I'm going to take them to heart by leaving you with the SparkNotes version of the rest of the lessons that my speech would include. Look people in the eye. Don't press reply all unless you're supposed to. Try to smile even when it's hard. Go outside. Play a game with your family every once in a while. Compliment a stranger. Don't apologize for being yourself. Hold the door behind you. Choose to dance rather than observe. Learn from your mistakes. Say I love you more. And finally, eat carbs and drink water. It's important. Now, if you've been dozing off for the majority of my speech, I ask you to wake up for just 1 second while I give you my final and the most important message that we should all be taking from our 4 years at Pinkerton Academy. Be kind. No matter where life may take you or whether you place first, second, or last, just be kind. Kindness is not just something that all of us deserve, but it's also something that all of us have the ability to display, so be proud of that kindness. As a salutatorian, a lot of people have asked me what my greatest accomplishment has been, but I can promise you that it has had nothing to do with class rank, because in my opinion, kindness is the greatest achievement that any one of us could accomplish, and let us never forget that. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Shaylee. During my previous life as an English teacher, one of my favorite comments to write on papers was great voice. So Shaylee, great voice. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Derek Lee, Dean of Studies and Instruction, to the stage, please.
Class of 2021, family members, teachers, faculty, Board of Trustees, and distinguished guests. I am honored and privileged today to be able to introduce the class of 2021's valedictorian, Isabel Limperis. Isabel, who is planning to attend Boston College in the fall to study biochemistry and minor in global public health, completes her academic career at Pinkerton and plans to eventually become a neonatologist. Isabel finds herself most interested in the sciences, as she took honors chemistry, AP chemistry, AP Physics 1, AP Physics 2, and AP Biology during her academic career. Isabel also participated in the summer Harvard Medical School Med Science program. Isabel valued her experience of being the treasurer of student council, a member of PALS, HOSA, Key Club, National Honor Society, and Foreign Language Honor Society. She is a firm believer that participating in these clubs and extracurriculars allowed her to get out of her comfort zone and gave her the confidence to pursue something even if she had the slightest interest in it. AP English teacher Mrs. Lemire sums up what Isabel means to the Pinkerton community. Isabel is a student who does not let obstacles set her back. Rather, she sees them as opportunities from which to grow and learn. Whether remote or in the classroom, her voice was never dulled, and she continued to lead her classmates forward with their success. While she may be incredibly bright, what I'll remember most about Isabel is her passion and love for learning remain unparalleled, no matter the circumstance that may come in her way. I would like you to join me in this moment and welcome the valedictorian of the class of 2021, Isabel Limperis.
Good evening, Dr. Nevius, trustees, Headmaster Powers, administrators, faculty, staff, parents and friends, fellow members of the class of 2021. Today marks the moment we embark on the next step of our lives. We, together, have made it to this very moment, but certainly not without difficulty. If the past year has shown us anything, it would be witnessing the spectacle of the human capacity to adapt. Our ability to traverse the unknown has become so apparent in the world we live today. From navigating the sudden flow of Google Classroom posts, to paperless tests, to Kahoot games over Zoom, we have turned our homes into classrooms. Learning a new way of learning is stressful and demanding, but with all of you sitting here today, we can see that it is indeed possible. And I would like to commend you all on that. I would like to congratulate each one of you for not only making it through these past 12 years as a student, but being able to finish strong, just when we were hit with the most unexpected curveball imaginable. As we reflect on the moments that have brought us together today, I wonder if anyone could have imagined that this is how the journey would end. Being faced with a pandemic threw our lives for a loop, but only momentarily. We have been quick to spring back up on our feet and prevail through each day as it comes. Moving movie nights to Netflix party, having car parades instead of birthday celebrations, and raising our virtual hands instead of our actual ones. We have adapted. And this leads me to pose the question, why do we fear the future? It is human nature to be apprehensive towards that which we do not know. 4 years ago, with the realization that high school was right around the corner, fear took over. I was hesitant to go to freshman orientation, scared to see new faces, nervous to be in a room where I knew no one, anxious to discover where I fit in high school. We all had our hesitations. You too may have loathed the idea of your C-period class because even after sharing your schedule with everyone you knew, there still would be no familiar faces in your class. Or scared of getting lost because you were sure that Pinkerton's campus was far too impossible to understand. Or nervous that you'd be cut from playing your favorite sport. We are programmed to fear the change that comes with the future, the uncertainty that it brings, and the lurking what if of failure. Not being able to see the ground where our next step will land is daunting. Today, stepping off this stage and turning our tassels, that fear comes shooting right back. Where do we go from here? We reserve our fear for the unknown, but we've been through a year with far more unknowns than anyone could have ever imagined. And living through this, we have prepared ourselves for even the greatest of unknowns in life. We have been trained to fear what is to come, programmed to never settle for uncertainty, taught to seek for familiarity. We live through a time full of rules, outlines before we write essays, knowing to always look both ways before we cross the street, or lunch at noon every day. We are creatures of habit that rely so heavily on what we know. But why should we fear the change that the future holds when we've lived through such a time of unimaginable change? The dynamic of not just our school, but our entire country has been under unparalleled alterations. We have caused many of us to lose our sense of purpose and direction, to lose motivation when we need it the most. These changes have brought us pain, anger, loss. But while it has been a time of uncertainty, it has also been a time of triumph. We have learned to cherish the moments we get with others, to pick up the broken pieces of our lives and fit them together to make something meaningful. We've adapted our livelihoods to find normalcy where it once felt unattainable. We have become leaders advocating for equity, voices for those who desperately need to be heard. We have taken a time of fearful change and found prosperity in it. We have fought through a time of adversity, and look where it has brought us. We, in spite of it all, have risen above the fear. And so, with everything that we have been through, why should we ever feel unprepared for what our future holds? Tomorrow is inevitable. With each day, our lives will continue to change, and we will learn to adapt. We must embrace the doubts of our future and tackle them rather than fear them. So today, I ask you all to look into your future with intensity and search for the excitement that it holds. No matter where we go once we leave today, we will have this shared experience. From learning how to, dreadfully, write a geometry proof, to constructing the perfect thesis statement, to missed pep rallies, to lunches in the Stockbridge Theater, we have lived through these 4 years together. We have gone to our first homecoming dance, dreaded going to class on the top of the floor of the low building in June, cried over math tests, trekked across campus in pouring rain, and cheered at MacPlac, and we've done it all together. We have grown together, and now we are graduating together. The people that we have met and the experiences that we have made together at Pinkerton will only further guide us in what is to come. To the friends that we have made who have become crucial members in our lives, to the teachers who have always had faith in our success, to our parents who have been our greatest support, to our community for shaping us into the people we are today, we thank you. We thank you for getting us to this moment, for aiding us in navigating our fears. Thank you for helping us get this far, because you have played the most important role in preparing us not only to face the future, but to face it without fear. You will always remain as a constant reminder of what we have overcome and everything that we can achieve. You've allowed us to go forward on our next journey with courage. But now we must close this chapter of our lives and look forward to where we go from here. While uncertain, we will not look with fear, but with hope. We must march forward with confidence. As we move on to the next chapter, we will undoubtedly face new freedoms and an overwhelming display of opportunities. What we must do is remember that fear does not drive our futures. We do. We must remember this because life must be lived without any regret. Fear cannot hinder our journey. We control our paths, so it becomes crucial that we take each moment as it comes, letting everything else fall into place. We cannot focus so much on the unknowns of the future, as we have lived to show that everything finds its way of working out, no matter how daunting it seems. So fill your future with purpose, find your passion. Perhaps this year has shown you your passions. Maybe it's advocacy, or medicine, or even something you've embraced while in quarantine. You might have started your own business, learned to cook, embraced coding, or created your own clothing. We might even fill the holes that have become apparent over the last year. You may be researching deadly diseases and working to save lives, fighting for human rights as a lawyer, building homes to those who lack them, creating the future of the automotive industry, fighting on the front lines to defend our country, filming behind a camera to tell our stories to future generations, maybe even teaching those future generations. No matter where we end up, we should not fear the future. We have the skill to survive it and to mold it into positive change. I encourage you all to seriously search for your passions and let those lead you on the rest of your journey. I encourage you to connect with people, form relationships wherever possible, because the relationships we form are what allow us to impact the lives of those around us. Through a year of disconnect, we have learned now more than ever just how influential the connections we form truly are. Take the time to make them, because these relationships are what keep us grounded. They are what drive our success, but most importantly, they are what give meaning to our lives. Moving forward, we can only be tempted to look back on the mistakes we made in the past in hopes of avoiding them in the future. But do not fear these mistakes, for they made us who we are. Do not fear the future, for our future mistakes may mold us into better people. Embrace your past. So here's your question, the answer. Why do we fear the future? It doesn't matter why. What matters is that we have the capacity to take charge of our future, to find the adrenaline, to seek the future, to desire the change. We do not need to fear what is to come. We, as the Pinkerton Academy graduating class of 2021, have made it through the most tumultuous of times, and in spite of it all, we have come out on top. We serve as a testimony of strength. So, leaving here today, remember that you have the means to conquer whatever lies ahead. Thank you, and congratulations to all.
Thank you, Isabel. Jawaria Ali, would you come to the stage, please? Jawaria.
I have the honor of introducing you to the headmaster of Pinkerton Academy, Dr. Timothy Powers. Dr. Powers holds a bachelor's from St. Anselm College, a master's and doctorate in education from Walden University, and he also has his CAGs from Southern New Hampshire University. Dr. Powers' first job was scooping ice cream at a summer job at the Scoop Deck in Wells, Maine. After college, he then worked for a tech company for a year before leaving to begin his career in education. He first started teaching math at Salem High School from 2002 to 2004, and then he taught at Pelham High School. Dr. Powers came to Pinkerton in 2010 as the athletic director and was then named Dean of Students in April of 2016, before being named as interim headmaster for Pinkerton Academy. He started serving as the official headmaster on July 1st, 2019. In addition to his position here at the Academy, Dr. Powers also has the title of Math Nerd. However, his greatest title of all is being called Dad by his 10-year-old daughter, Em. Dr. Powers has a passion for education and strives to make Pinkerton a fun and safe place to learn and teach each and every day. Please welcome Dr. Timothy Powers.
Good evening. Members of the Board of Trustees, sending schools, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, members of the class of 2021. You made it. As your yearbook stated, maybe tomorrow, this year has been filled with maybe tomorrows for you. Maybe tomorrow for this event, maybe tomorrow for that event. Maybe tomorrow we will return to campus. Maybe tomorrow you'll take the test. But today is one of those maybe tomorrows that is no more. The maybe tomorrow that you will have a graduation is here. Today is the day. Today you will walk across the stage, hear your name called, and receive your Pinkerton Academy diploma. You made it. This chapter of your life is coming to its conclusion as you're starting to write your next chapter. Some of you have already started the next chapter. Some of you know where you're headed with it, while others of us are not quite certain where the next chapter starts. Whatever group you are in, it is where you are now, and life's journey has many ups and downs. Music has always been an important part of my life. My wife sings in a band, and my daughter and I race to pick out the records for our Sunday morning listening sessions. She likes the Beatles, the Beach Boys, the Supremes and Dolly Parton. I like Frank, Dean, Andy, and Louis Armstrong. Music can change our mood, inspire us, remind us, or just be a time to zone out. I share this with you because as I was thinking about what to share with you today, one of my favorite songs came on, Jimmy Buffett's Love and Luck. Sometimes all we need is a little love and luck. The song starts with the lyrics, better days are in the cards I feel it in the changing winds, I feel it when I fly. So talk to me, listen to this story. I've been around enough to know that there's more than meets the eye. Everybody needs a good luck charm. Better days are coming. At the red carpet event, your classmate Chris shared about 2021 being that class. Yes, you are that class, but not for all the same reasons Chris gave. You are the class that had their entire senior year during a pandemic. You are the class that have navigated Zoom classrooms, hybrid classes, and returning us all to campus. You are the class that has reminded us about the things that are important to us. One day, early when we were in the process of returning everyone to campus, I was having a bad day. I had to get across campus for a meeting and was running late. My head was in the clouds, thinking of what needed to be done, the meeting I was going to, and who knows what else. As I walked across the quad, Kathleen stopped me to say thank you and shared how excited she and her friends were to be returning to campus. Those simple few words, maybe 10 seconds, made my day. It changed my outlook for the day. That is just one example of the things I have witnessed from you. You are that class, the class that made a positive difference. Keep doing that for each other and all those that you encounter in your life. The refrain of the song goes, with a little love and luck, you will get by. With a little love and luck, we'll take the sky. In this megalo-modern world, you've got to try a little love and luck, and you'll get by. Try a little love and luck. There are days when we need to have luck on our side. Luck can help us get through a situation, a challenge, or maybe it's the guess to the last question we have to answer on that final exam. It's always C. Sometimes we are lucky and we do not even know it until after the fact. A little love is something else we all need. We are living in a time when a little love can go a long way. It's not always easy to say I love you to someone or show people the love. Love has many different meanings depending on the situation. What I can tell you, the class of 2021, is that you are loved. I love you. Yes, you have been through a lot this year. There have been days of laughter and tears, some days with both. You have experienced a range of emotions and a range of schooling in a short amount of time. Writing a speech to share wisdom, thoughts, anything with a graduating class is not easy. If there's one thing that I can leave you with, it is that you will always have a home at Pinkerton Academy. No matter what or where life takes you, you are always a member of our family. You will always be an Astro, and the doors will always be open for you. Don't be a stranger, and I hope your next chapter in life finds you with a little love and luck. Congratulations.
All right, I'm here to present the honors diplomas, then the main event. Honors diploma students take a minimum of 6 honors AP courses and have a cumulative GPA of 90 or better. These students have also devoted personal time in the service of others or in the independent exploration of a topic of their choice. Reflections of their projects and learning experiences were presented to an audience of parents, faculty, and peers. Students, when I announce your names, please stand and remain standing. This year's honors diploma recipients are Nicholas Burke and Haley Davis. Congratulations, Nicholas and Haley. Graduates, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. The presentation of diplomas. Diplomas will be presented by Dr. Nevius and announced by Ms. Lonnie Buskey and Mr. Jeff Soika.
Donald Andrew McDonald. Ian Scott Woodman. Samantha Michelle Franks. Alden Bennett Hirsch. Hannah Elizabeth Martinelli. Anna Marie Davis. Lauren Elizabeth DeLong. Elizabeth Grace Robles. Mahima Bhattacharjee. Isabel Marie Boyd. Riley Jacinta Burke. Emma Rose Downing. Kyle Evan Walker. Allison Holton Turner. Jawaria Ali. Chloe Elizabeth Sanders. Nathan Joseph Grabowski. Macy Elizabeth Graves. Vera Vui Buttercup Backman. Nicholas Michael Burke. Jeremy Roland Binda. Erilyn Victoria Tupper. Brenna Joan Kimball. Ella Mary Burrows. Christopher Lawrence Perfetto, Jr. Abigail Grace Marasco.
I'm so scared.
Hannah Rose Borges. Arunima Chattervedi. Haley Susan Davis. Juliette Olivia Dutton. Erica Laureen Hassler. Liam MacArthur Haught. Abigail Elizabeth Jowett. Kaylee Ann Schroeder. Isabel Judiana Limperis. Shaylee Elaine Nolan. Ella Liberty McDaniel. Madeline Elizabeth Downer. Emma Grace Johnston. Victoria Newell Tunberg. Gabrielle Ann Barron. Joseph Salvatore Aiello. Jacob Robert Occasion. Ian Thomas Algazine. Jordan Catherine Anderson. Tegan Ann Anderson. Holly Ann Marie Angeloni. Kelsey Rose and Sarah. Xavier Lionel Anthony. Haley Lynn Apostoloff. Zachariah Garabed Abrahamian. Daniel Arcilla. Kylie Ann Armour. Marissa Dawn Asmega. Gavin Paul Auger. Caleb Benjamin Alman. Sarah Waylead Ayas. Aiden Matthew Baker. Eve Colette Balsamo. Mason William Barboni. Nicholas Arthur Barbudo. Jared Allen Barcelos. Timothy Daniel Barcelos. Peter John Barden. Michael Brandon Barker. Michael Joseph Barnard. Douglas Neal Barnwell. Jessica Kaylee Barrett. Colby Dyson Bartlett. Veronica Elizabeth Barton. Alyssa Lee Bolio. Madison Lynn Bedell. Sebastian Nicodemus Bedrock. Zachary Richard Michael Bennett. Harley James Bergeron. Riley Christopher Bergstrom. Wagata Berhane. Colby Brian Bernier. Sky Bruce Bertelson. Miranda Lily Bebo. Caden Robert Beal. Kirsten Leanne Beal. Melanie Ann Black. Abigail Faith Blackie. Tylee Josh Blevins. Francis Edward Bovin. Zachary Allen Bolduck. Daniela Lynn Bonanno. Benjamin James Borges. Cole Richard Bouchard Laporto. Emma Brooke Boucher. Catherine Elizabeth Boucher. Nicholas Allen Boucher. Liam Daniel Bowers. Noah Jacob Bose. Nicholas Timothy Bowler. Annabella Nicole Brandolini. Jarrett Bailey Bregler. Anthony Robert Bryan. Allison Sue Briggs. Ryan Joseph Broadbent. Bobby Sierra Brodeur. Faith Gabrielle Verona Brown. Jesse James Brown Jr. Joseph Bonaskevich IV. Ethan David Burgess. Victoria Juliana Burgess. Allison Elizabeth Burke. Jordan Elizabeth Burke. Francesca Raylene Cabral. Sophia Eileen Camilleri. Angelina Nicole Campbell. Elijah Birch Campbell. Christopher Richard Canfield. Jonathan Thomas Caprino. Sophia Joanna Caputo. Eliana Nicole Carboni. Joshua Ethan Card. Alana Rose Carlton. Alexandra Elizabeth Carney. Julia Pamela Castleton. Ashley Sarah Casey. Catherine Teresa Casey. Nicholas Joseph Casey. Ellie Patricia Cashman. Alana Nicole Casson. Ryan McCarthy Casson. Sam Michael Castle. Style Jordan Lewis Catino. Hannah Lucia Sereno. Rachel Brianna Shabbat. Victoria Lee Shabbat. Julian Nicholas Shigaris. Gavin Patrick Chason. Brady Russell Shalafor. Adam Christopher Chalmers. Preston Broderick Chandler. Nazik Mohammed Shatila. Winston D. Wayne Chilson. Massimo Edward Kinosi. Jason Chorhan Choi. Jolena Sophia Sino. Genevieve Rose Clark. Samuel James Clement. Erin Michelle Kogan. Isaac Glasser Cohen. Skylar Iansai Cole. Cecilia Ruth Calindris. Daniel John Collins. Tyler Andrew Collins. Brianna Marie Colcia. Andre Joseph Como. Stephen James Connolly. Brendan Joseph Connolly. Lauren Elizabeth Connolly. Declan Patrick Conroy. Madison Lou Conway. Lydia Grace Conyers. Catherine Laura Rose Cooley. Jacob Matthew Cooney. Anthony Francis Capola. Jaden Elizabeth Corbeil. Ashling Eva Corcoran. Ava Lauren Correnti. Ryan Michael Costello. Catherine Marie Cody. Patrick Allen Cotnor. Marissa Lynn Kaloum. Haley Marie Kupal. Kylie Ann Kupal. Joanna Elizabeth Quarter. Cameron Arthur Couture. Christopher Joseph Coventry. Nina Christine Coviello. Sean Cameron Aiden Barry Covington Cross. Danielle Marie Crafts. Matthew Eugene Crane. Riley Gregory Joseph Crenshaw. Dylan Mitchell Crooker. Nydia Catherine Cruz. Jeremy Michael Curley, Jr. Hannah Rose Courier. Michael Ryan Curtin. Kendra Ann Sear. William Henry D'Amico. Ryan Chris Dane. Isaiah James D'Angelo. Lily Tien Charlene Daniels. Chloe Maria Davis. Jackson Harvard Davis. Thomas David Jonathan Davis. Carolyn Ann Daziel. Nevea Colette Deem. Maxwell John Delange. Madeline Kaylee Delato. Mackenzie Nevea DeLuca. Zoe Kirsten U. Demers. Olivia Nicole Denero. Brian Jonathan Durba. Tyler Johnny Levi DeSantis. Rachel Jordan DeCina. Justin Connor DeShays. Brianna Marie DeSimone. Abigail Shannon DeTore. Jack Riley Devaney. David Lee Devine IV. Yi Yi Wang DeWar. Dylan Mackenzie DeWitt. Kelly Elizabeth DeChico. Colin Conrad DiClemente. Christiana Margaret DiMaselli. Isabella Rose Deneen. George Thomas Dionis. Danielle Francesca Diorio. Autumn Sierra Dodson. Kendra Marie Dollard. Liam James Donovan. Samantha Donna Donovan. Marissa Kaya Douglas. David Michael Dowd. Aaron Downey. Jennifer Ann Downing. Justine Autumn Doyle. Cassidy Riley Steele Driscoll. Hunter Druin. Anne Malloy Duarte. Patrick Anthony Dubois. Lydia Allison Duhame. Justin Thomas Dunn. Anna Nage Dutton. Brady Ryan Durazano. Kiyoshi Tatsu Dustin. Hunter Gavin Deitch. Colin William Dyer. Angelin Marie Eaton. Sophia Nicole Eckerson. Sydney Marie Edgerly. Christopher Stephen Edwards. Dominique Sky Elliott. Kareem Bilan El Yaman. Emily Victoria Evans. Fitch Gray Miles Evans. Mark Dennis Everhart. Stephen William Facenda Castillo. Michaela Faith Fagan. Benjamin Michael Fairbank. Joshua Alejandro Fajardo. Xavion Lewis Falcon. Christopher Brooks Fall. Edward Joseph Fasano. Katrina May Ruth Fehrenbach. Benjamin George Ferrari. Ariana Rosemary Ferris. Seamus Andrew Finnegan. Madison Maria Finicaro. Joshua Paul Fisher. Alexandra Michelle Fisk. Abigail Patience Flake. Benjamin Lee Fleming. James Michael Flynn. Elizabeth Story Fontaine. Alexandra Bailey Foote. Braden James Foote. Adria Lauren Forand. Naomi Rebecca Ford Ortiz. Sean Michael Forkey. Evan Joseph Foskett. Benjamin James Fowler. Destiny Elizabeth Francis. David Paul Frazier. Skylar Catherine Gasick. Morgan Kathleen Gaffney. Brianna Christy Gage. Garrett Christian Gagney. Stephen Bruce Gagney. Dylan Michael Gagnon. Matthew Jean Gagnon. Dane Michael Peter Galler. Duval Frank Gallopin. Isabella Rose Gallopin. Benjamin Edward Garvin. April Renee G. Jasmine Leone Janeo. David Henry Gentile. Zachary Thomas George. Joshua Charles Georgialakis. Michael James Gannum. Michael Joseph Giangara. Sadie Lee Gill. Abigail Hope Gilbert. Alexander Carl Gilbert. Nora Rosalie Giles. Ryan Edward Gilligan. Abigail Leah Gilmartin. John Connor Gilroy. Anisha Renee Gerard. Addison Kendall Goldstein. Ashley K. Goodridge. Alyssa Marie Gordon. Ryan James Gorman. Caitlin Rose Goy. Philip Michael Graham II. Kayla Ann Gramstorff. Mary Gayton Grand Mason. Katrin Patricia Graves. Jason Robert Green. Lucian Thomas Green. Shelby Samantha Gregg. Connor Daniel Grimard. Amanda Renee Grinrod. Mitchell John Grip. Ian Francis Grenawall. Monica Jean Guevara. Andrew Richard Gilmet. Sihal Gurung. Cynthia Samantha Guzman Reyes. Angela Marie Haddon. Carl Joseph Hadley. Casey Megan Haygood. Cameron James Hallstrom. Alexandra Taylor Hamilton. Alexis Brianna Hammond. David Christopher Hammond. Hannah Lynn Hampson. Camellia Marie Hanna. Jasmine Claire Hansen. Elias Panayotis Harb. Bella Marie Harrington. Braden Douglas Harrington. Jordan Jennifer Havens. Thomas John Wilfred Healy. Jack Joseph Health. Paige Elizabeth Helmig. Madison Ann Henry. Lourdes Hernandez. Ethan Moshe Hirsch. Garen Elise Hobbs. Teague Corbin Hobbs. Emma Grace Hodgkins. Savannah Elizabeth Hogan. Amelia Catherine Hoskin. Savannah Alice Houle. Emma Rose Hovass. Emily Grace Hughes. Christopher Robert Humphrey. Daniel William Humphrey. Gavin Raymond Hewitt. Quinn Michael Hurley. Holland Perrine Hutchinson.
Trevor Marquis Huskinen. Allison Ann Ingalls. Logan Ryan Jalbert. Mason Reese Jalbert. Daniel Richard Jarrick. Mitchell Scott Jowidzik. Holly Leah Jenkerson. Gabriela Ashley Jimenez. Emily Elizabeth Joquin. Carl Sterling Joess. Dylan Todd Johnson. Hope Elizabeth Johnson. Xavier Samuel Johnson. Emily Christine Jordan. Haley Elizabeth Judkins. Katrina Elise Justice. Tess Donovan Keating. Eric Richard Kennedy. Jacob James Kenny. Jeremy James Kenny. Ethan Allen Kimball. Ryan Nils Kenny. Alyssa Marie Kirby. Madeline Grace Knight. Margarita Joanna Kolarski. Adam Kevin Kodowicz. Evan Nicholas Kutalik. Hunter Allen Kroll. Erica Katrin Kruger. Eric Jacob Kuhl. Isabella Therese Catrubes. Corinne Alexandria Kyle. Allison Ann Lebrec. Campbell Ann LaCroix. Braden Patrick Ryan Ledoux. Emily Elizabeth Leahy. Jordan Perry Lair. You're gonna get it. Aiden Christopher Landry. David Joseph Laporte. Ariana Leigh Levine. Hannah Christine Lavoie. Elizabeth Grace Laws. Chloe Brianna Laborn. Ashlyn Kimberly LeClaire. Colby Thomas LeClaire. Paige Marion Leduc. Matthew Zachariah Lee. Jana Corinne Lefebvre. Reese Marie LeMay. Ryan Adam Lemoyne. Matthew Ronald Leone. Nevia Marie Leroy. Paul David Letzkovitz, Jr. Nathaniel Paul Letelier. Brett Robert Levesque. Kelsey Lee Levesque. Harper Abigail Lewis. Graham Frederick Liskey. Lucas Theodore Lazat. Zachary Joseph Lazat. Ryan Alexander Locke. Kelsey Allison Lombard. Renal Lomini III. Danny Juan Carlos Lopez. Courtney Bryn Lucier. Andrew Roger Leidick. Thomas Peter McDonald II. Anthony Joseph Mack. Madison Laney Macro. Benjamin Thomas Mador. Ava Rose Maldonado. Jake Robert Manning. Sarah Love Manning. Juliana Rose Marie Manrique. Deborah Ann Marchese. Stephen Christian Marchese. Samuel Albert Marino. Zachary John Marinos. Allie Louise Masterson. Jake Francis Masterson. Seth John Matrioli. Mahalia Rose May. Riley Cole Maynard. Harrison Joseph McAdams. Cameron Courier McAllister. Connor Kelly McCarthy. John Joseph McCarthy. Matthew Michael McCarthy. Brendan Michael McCoy. Brenna J. McCreven. Kyle Thomas McCulley. Taylor Marie McDonough. Molly Mabel McGaffigan. Luke James McGarahan. Jenna Rose McGurdy. Corinna Lynn McJury. Karina. Jacob Ryan McJury. Ashley Michelle McKinnon. Alyssa Dawn McLaughlin. Caitlin Eva McNamara. Kylie Ann Meehan. Lillian Grace Melton. Naomi Elise Menswar. Janelle Angeline Mercedes. Jacob Ryan Merrill. Justin Edward Merritt. Shantae Grace Mesa. Emma Rose Mesquita. Joshua Lee Messerschmidt. Sydney Alexis Metzner. Diana Grace Michelli. Tyler Jordan Michaud. Ariana Lynn Miller. Valencia Angelique Mills. Joseph David Moali. Hunter Ardell Mohammed. Calvin James Monty. Antonio James Morales. Jackson Scott Morissette. Eamon Arthur Morrow. Jesse James Morrow. Nicholas Logan Morrow. Lauren Emma Morse. Ireland Eve Mullen. Gavin Scott Mully. Patrick Clement Mulready. Zachary John Monroe. Paige Marie Murdoch. Abigail Sheila Murphy. Alana Marie Murphy. Amanda Kate Murphy. Colin Michael Murphy. Alexia Justina Neves. Matthew Richard Nerney. Chloe Ann Nichols. Stephanie Anna Nickham. Haley Marie Nolette. Tyler Jeffrey Nolan. William Riordan Noonan IV. Kyle Kennedy Northrop. Kevin Philip Nyberg. Riley Don O'Brien. Derek Allen O'Donnell. Peter James O'Grady. Janae Angelina O'Hearn. Jonathan David O'Hearn. Devin Joseph Ullman. Autumn Rose Olson. Warren James Olson. Malia Omanovic. Jonathan Mateus Ortega Bruno. Devin Rexasis Oak. Ryan Elcudo Owundo. Colin Danby Page. Laura Sophie Lorraine Parody. Nina Devon Paradic. Samantha Felicity Parent. Alessia Nicole Parento. Shawnee Bull Park. Alexia Haley Parmeter. Megan Barr Parnell. Kyla May Paterno. Olivia Regina Pavo. Grace Alexandra Peet. I need to know the name because I crossed it off. Jacob? Jacob Joseph Pelletier. Courtney Elizabeth Peltack.
What's up?
Wellesley Alfredo Pena. Jaslyn Diamond Pena. Austin Charles Peralt. Hunter Adam Perry. Daria Petrovic. Julia Tauyi Fankoch. Hannah Ashley Fanuff. Salvatore Michael Piemonte. Sean David Pirog. Gavin Thomas Petrowski. Isaac Andre Plant. Russell Jonathan Plater. Nicholas Joseph Plaza. Lauren Doyle Ploss. Skylar Danielle Pojeski. Madison Elizabeth Pomeroy. Logan Anthony Poulin. Daniel Lee Powers. Aiden Christopher Price. Dylan Michael Privé. Serena Rose Proya. Erica Michelle Prokopik. Amy Jane Quigley. Autumn Eileen Raimondo. Brendan Daniel Sean Regan. Stephen Michael Reed Jr. Molly Elizabeth Raposa. Keandra Lee Reyes. Michael Joseph Riccio. Michael Lorenzo Riccio. Zachary Hudson Richardson. James Dawson Ricker. Nicholas Kevin Rio. Zachary Sebastian Lawrence Rivard. Saulo Javier Rivera Jr. Lauren Cana Riviere. Amanda Rose Roberg. Caitlin Elizabeth Robertson. Ariana Rodriguez. Jared James Romano. Nadia Victoria Rampa. Kaylee Elizabeth Rose. Timothy John Rose. Aiden Wallace Ross. Eric Richard Ross. Jake Thomas Rosenall. Alexis Marie Rudy. Christopher Mark Rousset. Elise Victoria Rumwick. Elvis Salkunik. Jonathan Edmund Salvis. Anthony Charles Semiotis. Evan Roger Semiotis. Dulce Maria Sandoval Leon. Aubrey Noel Sansing. Phoenix Wayne Sartwell. Cameron Olindo Sevastano. Leah Erin Sawyer. Ryan Grace Sculla. Jake Michael Scarelli. Samantha Jane Sosha. Marcus Steven Sconza Jr. Thomas Clinton Sears. Lily Rose Sebastian. Cody Joseph Shanahan. Kellen Jace Sheely. Brandon Michael Shelley. Shaylee Paige Regas. Luke Reed Shepard. Kristen Dawn Sherlock. Michaela Marie Shevlin. Ryan Alexander Schoen. Matthew Wayne Sigmund. Megan Lee Slater. James Colin Smith. Molly Ann Smith. Kathleen Caroline Snyder. Cody Rylan Sedoya. Jared Spinali. Jason Spinali. Benjamin John Squires. Bridget Ann Stack. Quinn Avery Stackpole. Abigail Marie Stallings. Grace Marie Steck Eaton. Isabel Megan Stager. Amara Lynn Stemp. Brinley Robin Stinson. Adam Joseph St. Jean. Jordan Avery Stokes. Eli Stephen Stewart. Eric Gregory Stewart. Matthew Edward Sullivan. Ryan Haviland Sullivan. Seta Faith Sullivan. Jacob James Swalgen. McKaylee Evelyn Talent. Zachary Jean Tangway. Rafaelis Taveras Hermonson. Eliza Rose Taylor. Sarah Marie Taylor. Taylor Morgan Texera. Tanaya Precious Tesfaye. Noelle Grace Thang. James Francis Toomey. Naomi Sky Tospin. Lauren Elizabeth Tresh. Caleb Wyatt Triplett. Aiden Tyler Trofe. Declan Matthew Turner. Allison Lee Tuttle. Sedona Joy Ungaro. Beryl Usal. Eric Joseph Valenti. Jake Matthew Valiant. Enya Vanessa Lagou. Hannah Rose Vantran. Annabelle Rose Vale. Vincent Paul Vela. Emily Kate Vitale. Cornay Raymond Vanash. Camelia Jocelyn Wadington. Jack Thomas Waldron. Anthony Stephen Walters. Madeline Olivia Garsha Ward. Mitchell Blake Warden. Tristan Bradford Warrior. William Edmund Warnier. Hannah Elizabeth Way. Amy Louise Webb. Lydia Ann Weeder. Hollis Oliver Welch. Emily Susan Weymouth. Brooke Ann White. Kaden Noel White. Lindsay Paige Whiting. Jennifer Lynn Willett. Christian Allen Williams. Evan Jason Wilson. Eric Michael Winsper Jr. William Jared Withrow. Erin Sophie Woolnick. Ella Louise Wong. Jared Tyler Wong. Emmeline Amelia Wood. Isabella Alden Woods. Ryan Christopher Woods. Carolyn Rose Wright. Reed Allen Wyman. Maxwell Williams McManus. Erica Ray Zulio. Alexandra Zwazelski.
Graduates, guests, let's give a big round of applause to Ms. Buskey and Mr. Soika for a job really well done. Okay, so I'd like to bring something to everyone's attention. We're a little bit backlogged backstage with the portraits. We don't want to rush things backstage because we want to make sure every graduate gets a really optimal portrait. So I'm going to continue with the program. Graduates backstage, I know you can hear me. So please listen up because a couple of these next announcements involve you. So at this time, I'd like to take a moment to ask all members of the class who are entering our armed forces to please stand and be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your service. I next like to recognize a couple of people who have traveled this journey with you over the past year, and they have been more instrumental than you can imagine in planning this ceremony on the field tonight. Please give a round of applause to your senior associate deans, Mr. Danable and Ms. Larkin, and their assistants, Mrs. Moulton and Mrs. Welch. We could not have had this night without them. They were instrumental in planning this night, but I have to tell you there are countless others that were working behind the scenes in the heat all day yesterday and today, building and grounds crews, our faculty and staff who just have various talents and skill sets that pitched in to help out. It's a long, long list, and I'd like a round of applause to recognize those people too and their hard work. So it's time to recognize a couple of ladies who have traveled this journey with you since freshman year and your freshman class elections. And those would be the senior class advisors, Mrs. Nicole O'Brien and Mrs. Beth McGarty. Ladies, would you come to the stage, please? Mrs. O'Brien and Mrs. McGarty, on behalf of the administration and the senior class, I would like to thank you, our senior class advisors, on the work that you have done with the class of 2021 over the past 4 years. Thank you.
So there's a bit of a theme tonight, and you'll realize in just a moment, because at one of our class events just a few weeks ago, the class of 2021 was referred to as that class. As you can imagine, the label of being called that class comes full of meaning. During your 4 years here at Pinkerton, your class has definitely become known on campus for a variety of reasons. And as your class advisors, we know what those reasons are. And today, we'd like to share with you what it truly means to be that class. Because you're not just that class who endured a pandemic during their senior year. No, you're far much more than that.
You're that class who made history at Pinkerton Academy, bringing back live music to campus and being the first to create and experience brand new events to celebrate together.
You're that class who transformed the Thanksgiving food drive into the End 68 Hours of Hunger food drive and became that class that helped children in the area have food on the weekends when there was no school, who even raised so much food through their food drives that when the pandemic hit, your donations were still being used to help those in our surrounding communities.
You're that class who was never short of volunteers for the annual Easter egg hunt held for local children. You're that class that showed support for their favorite substitute, Mr. Burdick, when he was sick. You're that class that has compassion and understanding when people are in need.
You're that class who left a mark on Pinkerton Academy, changing traditions, bringing them back, and building a strong community. And that class who knows that sometimes life is unexpected. And so now, as we say goodbye, we ask you to continue to be that class.
Be that class who shows the world that even in the face of adversity and unexpected events, you have the tenacity and grit to overcome it. Be that class who goes out and lights up the world with your passions. Continue to be that class who makes history, who makes the world a better place, as cliche as it sounds, because your class has already started to do that, and we know you will continue to, even after your time at Pinkerton comes to an end. So thank you for being that class, and congratulations on becoming the newest graduates of Pinkerton Academy.
this time, we'd like to welcome a member of your class to the stage. This gentleman was elected not 1, not 2, not 3, but all 4 years of high school to be your class president. During that time, he has exuded energy and positivity not only in class office, but in organizations and teams across campus. In uncertain times, his constant dedication to the class never wavered as we navigated the 2020 to 2021 school year. Please welcome to the stage the 2021 class president, Andy McDonald.
Thank you. Class of 2021, we made it. And for that, let's give ourselves a round of applause. Four years ago, we were graduating from the 8th grade, ambitious, ready to become high schoolers. Fast forward 4 years to this day, June 7th, 2021, we're graduating from high school. This time, still ambitious, but ready to take on the real world. For some of us, the next step could be another 4 years at a college. Others may be going into trade school, real estate, motorcycle racing, military, or even holding a job right out of high school. Whatever that next step may be, this class is special. We are the pioneers of the present age. The first class to complete the entirety of senior year amongst the global pandemic. The first class in over a decade to have graduation on this field. But most importantly, the first class to have such an amazing story of overcoming adversity and unity with our perseverance and power. As I look around this field, despite our differences, I see over 700 classmates that all have at least one thing in common: experience. John W. Gardner, a former United States Secretary of Health and Human Services, once said, "Life is the art of drawing without an eraser." So in life, when you do make a mistake, own it proudly. The experiences we've all had, we learn from. We don't regret. We move on, and we use our past to fuel our future. I think we can all agree that COVID-19 has been tough on us. I mean, we missed out on packed football games, prom, concerts, you name it. However, this all goes back to experience. We experienced high school at its worst, yet we're all still prospering in life to become the best. That shows the strength and power that this class has. If there is one thing we could all take away from this pandemic, I believe it would be to be grateful for the present, because we truly will never know what the future holds. Everyone here today should be extremely proud of what this class has accomplished. No one besides this class will ever understand the type of experience we had. Despite the difficulties, we still finished work, went to class, and kept living our lives like we only had 1 year left of our childhood, because we did. Class of 2021, it's time we close this chapter and start the next. Whatever may lie ahead of you, and no matter what comes your way, always remember to stay true to yourself and make the most of life. I wish you all the very best in this journey, and I am confident that this class will forever be remembered in this community. Thank you to the friends, families, teachers, coaches, faculty, and administrators for the endless support and guidance these past 4 years to help us all pursue our dreams. At this time, I would like to graduate and congratulate the class of 2021. Graduates, please move your tassel. Yeah. Please move your tassel from right to left and graduate yourselves. Let's go!
Okay, guys, just a couple of minor details before Aiden, the class marshal, leads you off the field. So backstage, we have a box of purses and cell phones, a lovely little Prada handbag, all kinds of little goodies that were left down on the staging field. So you might want to come back after the recessional to make sure that you didn't leave anything down there. Congratulations to you all. We couldn't be prouder. Have a safe drive home tonight. Thank you. Aiden, Class Marshal, please lead the class of 2021 off the field.